Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Boxing, shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. So today I want to talk about Keith Thurman. What I like to call him, Keith Donald Duck Thurman, Keith Daffy Duck Thurman, whatever duck that you want to call. He talk like a duck, and he's damn sure walking like a duck when it comes to this whole Errol Spence situation. Now, I've gone in on Sean Porter for ducking Errol Spence, but Keith Thurman's recent comments regarding Errol Spence, talking about he doesn't see that fight happening 2018, possibly 2019, saying Spence is hungrier than him, and like all of this BS, man, like it's disgusting. And the fact that Keith Thurman, he holds titles for the WBC and the WBA, and he's not trying to unify and fight Errol, it's disgusting, man. Like, this guy, he was talking so much cash money shit a couple of years ago when he was talking about, let the boy get a belt and this and that, or let him work his way up, and 2017. And I'm like, man, 2018 is damn near tomorrow. Errol Spence is already tied up for a fight, so we know that fight is not going to happen 2017. We know the fight not going to happen first quarter 2018. Keith Thurman, stop the BS, man. Like, stop the BS. Errol Spence is already facing your WBA mandatory for you. You have no excuse. My thing is, if you want to face a tune-up, if you want to face Sean Porter, you can still face Errol Spence at the end of 2018 or in 2018 at some point, for the simple fact you were going, Keith Thurman, if Lamont Peterson didn't vacate his WBA regular title, I guarantee you Keith Thurman would have fought Lamont Peterson at some point in 2018. So the fact that Errol Spence is taking on Lamont Peterson, I know it's going to be a tough fight. Lamont Peterson is a great competitor. Shout out to him, same hometown, repping DC. But the fact that we all believe that Keith Thurman would have definitely taken the opportunity to fight Lamont Peterson before fighting Errol Spence. Like, come on, dude. If you were going to take that fight for 2018, you might as well take the fight against Errol Spence. Let's stop the games. Let's give the fans what they want to see. Let's put on a show. Like, I've watched different videos. I can't even remember who. I don't want to give credit to the wrong person, so I'm not going to say anything right now. If I remember, I'll definitely link those guys' videos in the description. But like, the points were made about Keith Thurman facing the way that he became this unified champion at welterweight. And you know what? Saying that Thurman is the king of welterweight, the person, I can't remember. It's really bothering me that I can't remember who made this comment in their video. I really want to give them credit because they definitely sparked the idea in my brain. But the fact that the path Keith Thurman went to become a unified champion at welterweight, he fought Danny Garcia, someone that was a career 140-pounder, who fought Robert Guerrero for the vacant WBC title. He wasn't even supposed to fight Robert Guerrero. He's supposed to fight Amir Khan. But we all know Amir Khan was on some other type BS. Not blaming that on Danny Garcia, because that's not Danny Garcia's fault at all. That's all Amir Khan right there. But then he also fought, he was the WBA regular champion. Floyd Mayweather, after he retired, he got rid of his belts. Keith Thurman, to my understanding, from what I can remember, he was elevated to the WBA super champion, and that's why he's unified. Now, did he beat Sean Porter? Absolutely. But at the same time, like, the way this whole WBC cluster is going, it's like nobody has really beaten an actual champion between Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Sean Porter. Like, they either haven't faced an actual champion and took their belt, or they fought for a vacant belt, or they lost every big fight that they had. We all know Sean Porter, he lost to Keith Thurman. He lost to Kell Brook. And then Danny Garcia, you know, he fought for the vacant WBC title, a couple of fights at 104, well, his second fight, if I'm not mistaken, at 147 after beating Paulie Malignaggi. Then Keith Thurman was a regular WBA guy, and he didn't fight Errol Spence in an eliminator, but it is what it is. I just want these guys to fight each other. I want the undefeated guys to get in the ring with the undefeated guys. This is why, like, a lot of people are saying Terrence Crawford needs to prove himself. I don't think he does. Terrence Crawford is a real champion. If I had to pick a guy, it's not even if I had to pick a guy. Simple logic states the only real champion without any type of discussion in boxing that we've had is Terrence Crawford. If Danny Garcia can come up to 147 and fight Paulie Malignaggi and then get a shot at the WBC title, and why in the hell is Thurman saying, or like Thurman or Porter, whoever else is saying that Terrence Crawford needs to come up and he needs to do something? First of all, Sean Porter, you shouldn't say anything. Every big fight you had, you've taken an L, so stop. Keith Thurman, like, I get it. Keith Thurman has the quote-unquote crown at this point in time. And, of course, he's going to say what he has to say to make the route as difficult as possible for any actual competitive opposition to get in the ring with him and take his belt. So I get why Thurman was sad, but it's still some sucker shit to me. Terrence Crawford coming into this division. Errol Spence is, in my opinion, the guy. I don't believe there's no king at 147. Nothing has taken place for a person to be crowned king of 147. If Keith Thurman was to face Errol Spence, the winner of that fight will definitely be king of 147. If Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence were to fight, the winner of that fight will definitely be crowned the king of 147. At this point in time, and there is nothing Sean Porter can do, there's nothing Danny Garcia can do in one fight to be named king of 147. And that's just the way I see it. Some people may disagree. Some people may give Thurman, you know, a little bit more credit. But all of this ducking and dodging from Thurman, all this hypocritical bullshit, you know, all of the weight gain, and him saying that he hasn't gained anything and he hasn't lost anything from being off, I believe it's complete bullshit. Like, dude, you had elbow surgery. Like, you've been gaining weight. You've been extremely inactive. You've been holding on to this extra weight for an extended period of time. It's not like you just ballooned up in the between a fight and you're cutting down on the weight. Like, you ballooned up and you were inactive because you were limited in your movement because of your elbow injury. And it's just like, Thurman needs to stop being delusional. Now, do I expect Thurman to go out there and blast himself and say, oh yeah, I'm not the same guy that I was, and I'm a different fighter, and I have been working, and I've been gaining weight, this, and that? No. But him making ridiculous comments and just stating on record that he hasn't, you know, changed, he hasn't declined in any type of way. I'm like, Thurman, you don't know that because you haven't been in a ring, you haven't been in an actual fight. So let's stop the bullshit. If you felt like you didn't decline, why? My thing is, why do you need a tune-up fight? Because your last fight, you beat Danny Garcia. You took his WBC strap. So you wouldn't need a tune-up fight if you didn't feel like you declined in any type of way. You may feel that you declined physically or mentally. Either way, it's one of the two. You decline in some type of way if you feel that you need a tune-up fight. Inactivity is a form of declining in the sport of boxing, and it may just be a mental decline because you're unsure of yourself. But going into that Danny Garcia fight, you did not say that you needed to tune up, so please stop the bullshit and say that you haven't regressed or declined in any type of way. We all know that's not true. Now, when it comes to all this ducking and dodging, like, at this point, I wish that the WBC and the WBA, they've stripped guys before for inactivity. All I gotta say is, in a perfect world, Al Hammond would throw Keith Thurman to the wolves, or he'll just get stripped. And if he gets stripped, it'll put him in a position where he's gonna either A, he's going to nut up and go get his belts back, or B, he's going to show his true colors. He's going to cower away. He's going to fade off into the sunset, and we're never going to hear from Keith Thurman again. All of this ducking and dodging, all of this pushing these fights back that the fans truly want to see is unacceptable. What fans need to just continue to put out videos like in the boatload, like mass videos of about Keith Thurman and any guy that's inboxing this ducking, and just let everyone know and let the world know how unacceptable this is. And this guy won't be supported. His popularity, his fans are dropping. His popularity is dropping, and unless he makes some type of big move, unless Al, put it like this, Al Heyman having these guys like Keith Thurman not wanting to fight is definitely hurting the PBC brand. Like, I love PBC, the stable of fighting. I love what Al Heyman is doing for the sport. But at this point in time, he has to force these guys' hand. Like, he has to force it. Because if he doesn't force it, hey, let the networks force it and say, like, man, we don't want to see Keith Thurman. Like, you know, unless he's going to fight someone big, we don't want to see Keith Thurman. And I believe that Al Heyman, combined with the networks, definitely have the power to put Keith Thurman in a position where he's just going to have to man up, get in the ring, do a Kell Brook. If you take an L, take your L like a man. Ducking and dodging and avoiding the inevitable, it's not gonna do anything for your legacy. And if you don't care about that, hey, it is what it is. But not fighting is not gonna put more money in your pocket. I know that. Like, holding on to those belts, like, I don't get it. It makes no sense, man. Like, go chase your paper. Go set up some super fight. You trying to fight tune-ups and give Sean Porter a rematch. Like, come on now. The WBC hasn't even ordered you to fight Sean Porter. They haven't even ordered you to fight him. But as anyone can see, like, I'm extremely frustrated when it comes to this whole Keith Thurman issue. Hopefully it get resolved and the guy decides to man up and face the people that he should face. But until then, this is Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. Peace.